Happy Sunday, guys. What's going on, guys? It's going to be a shorter stream today, but I wanted to hop on today. We'll talk some weekly close. There's not much going on, but we thought we'd come on and hang out with the homies for a little bit. Why not? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Sunday, guys. Not much else going on in the end of 2023. Well, I guess, is the rest of 2023 going to be the time capitulation? Are we going to continue to see the time capitulation until the end of 2023? That's what we're going to talk about today, fellas. As far as your weekend goes, what'd you guys do this weekend, guys? Let me know. Nothing. I didn't see, literally nothing happened this weekend. The only thing I saw was that BitBoy looks like he's getting kicked off his own channel. I don't know if that's actually happening, but apparently that's the only news, crypto-related news. I literally went through Twitter today when I got home. There's literally nothing happened like, at all. That's the only thing that I saw. And then honestly, that has nothing to do with really crypto, to be quite honest with you. But it is what it is. John said, I went camping with the fam and had a blast. That's what I'm talking about, John. Take these days to go do some stuff, because there's going to be a day. There's going to be a day where, you know, you're going to want to look at the crypto chart, right? And, you know, whoever it is, your sister, your wife, I don't know, some type of chick in your life is going to be going, oh my God, you're always looking at the crypto charts. Don't you ever want to do anything with us? You never do anything with us. You're obsessed with that crypto bullshit. What has it ever done for you, huh? What has it ever done for you? All right? Has it sucked? We're not going to go there. Anyways, you know, there's going to be a day where, you know, your girlfriend or your wife, she's going to want to hang out, you know, and if you do it now, it's gonna give you some kudo points for later on, you know, where you can say, listen, I got stuff going on, I can't do it today. Joe Daddy, I've been playing pocket pull all weekend. Joe Daddy, I don't know what that is, but it is what it is. Jim said, I ran 10 miles. I watched the part of Cocaine Bear. You watched the part of Cocaine Bear, which means it's trash, and you turned it off. I saw some people like that movie Cocaine Bear, and some people didn't like that movie Cocaine Bear. It sounds ridiculous. It just sounds like a bear basically snorting cocaine and killing people. It sounds pretty badass. It also sounds stupid as hell. It could be really good movie that's badass, or just really bad. Whoever came up with that movie was probably snorting cocaine themselves, to be quite honest. It's already there? True. Mike said this is exactly what Maya told Jordan why he's only No, that's not true. That's not true. Oh, man. Maybe at some point that'll be true. It's a garbage movie. Is it a garbage movie? Movie was trash? I mean, it's called Cocaine Bear. Maj, you want to watch Cocaine Bear? No. She wants nothing to do with Cocaine Bear. Guys, tonight, you know, as we sort of continue this weird intro that we're doing right now, tonight, 90 Day Fiancé is on at 8, and we're watching it live tonight. So this is going to be a quicker stream, so don't come at me saying...
Jordan's idea, not mine. Okay?
It was my idea, honestly. It was my idea. But, you know, there's not much to talk about anyways. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the corn. So you can see literally nothing happened this weekend. Guys, going into every weekend, don't expect anything. It's going to be like this. Where just nothing happens. So over the course of the weekend, you can see Friday closed, like right here. We're at the same price we closed that on Friday. So we stayed in a $200 range all the whole weekend, man, which is brutal. And you can see there's nothing going on in the short term, guys. I mean, you're I don't want to say you're gambling, trying to predict which direction Bitcoin's going to go next, but you're kind of gambling. I mean, you're at the middle of the range. Good luck. That's all I'll say. Good luck to you. To me, you're better off shorting the damn altcoins down right now, better than just trying to trade Bitcoin. Because who the hell knows where Bitcoin's going here? Good luck to you. That's all I'll say. But you can see we're just going sideways, man. It's pretty brutal. You know, obviously in the immediate short term, okay, maybe we come up and test this 200 1-hour EMA, kind of like we did here, where we hit it, we got rejected back down. Maybe we get a little bit of a squeeze up to like, you know, 26.3, 26.4, and then kind of see what's going on there. But I think more likely, I don't know, unless something crazy goes on, we probably just continue to chop sideways until something's like, oh my God, something crazy happens, right? I know the bears are looking for, Jordan, don't you know, Binance is going to collapse. USDT is going to collapse. Credit card debt's at an all-time high. It's over, man. It's over. Just accept it. And then you got the bulls, the Uber Moon boys saying, oh my God, everyone is so bearish right now. We're going to all-time highs in 2 months. 100K end of 2023. Right? But more than honestly, we're probably just going to end up doing, like we talked about the other day. I don't think you're going to be seeing either of the extremes. I don't think you're going to be seeing 10K, and I don't think you're going to be seeing all-time highs this year. We're most likely just going to be in this, like, you know, I've sort of said it's a big range, but it's not going to make anyone happy. The bears want to buy lower than 20K. The bulls want to sell higher than 40K. So we probably just sit in that range. You know what I mean? And just bore everyone out. We bore the bears out. We bore the bulls out. And we want to tear all each other's heads off. if we don't already. Because honestly, I want to tear a couple of people's heads off. Like Mike, I want to tear Mike's head off. Clint, if Clint's in here, I want to tear Clint's head off. Who else? Crypto Chris, I want to tear his head off, even though he didn't do anything to me. You know what I mean? Brian, I want to tear your head off, man, even though I love Brian Miller. See, BB is leaving America because he's, yeah. Listen, I don't know the whole story, so I'm not going to go and talk into detail. But I did see that is news. You know, when it comes to those type of things, I also wouldn't be surprised if it's just for clicks. So obviously, just understand that as well. You know what I mean? I don't put anything past people nowadays. All right, so anyways. But yeah, that was like the only thing that happened this weekend as far as anything to do in the crypto industry. Anyways, we talked about this the other day, guys, right? And just to kind of be, I guess, somewhat realistic. What did we talk about going into this year? Going into this year, 2023 is the year of accumulation, right? We're not expecting prices where we're necessarily going to be buying a Lambo off of this year. We knew that going into this year, right? We knew, right? We're not going to see our altcoin go up 20, 50x this year. It just wasn't going to happen, bro, right? So the way I'm looking at it, and we talked about this the other day, just have a realistic mindset right now, right? Don't get like overly pessimistic. Don't get overly optimistic, right? Just be somewhat neutral, right? And I think that's where you kind of want to be for the rest of this year, right? If you look at where Bitcoin is in its cycle, right? And we look at, I basically just, and we talked about this last time, we overlay where Bitcoin, the two previous halvings were over the expected halving date of this cycle. You could see if Bitcoin's exactly where it should be, right? It's right in between the 2016 cycle and the 2020 cycle. It ain't doing anything different, right? So if you look at what these two cycles did up until this point, you guys can see what pretty much happened. What happened, guys? You can see. We didn't really do much at this point, right? You can see that in 2019, we kind of dribbled a little bit lower. In 2016, you can see that we kind of dribbled up a little bit higher. But we mostly just stayed in this general range until we got up to the halving, right? And you know, that's not the most exciting take. And I know what gets clicks, guys. I would get more clicks if I put 100K is coming or 10K is coming. But to be honest, you're most likely just going to see something like this if we just want to have a realistic mindset, okay? And that's kind of what I'm saying is like, don't get too far one way. Don't get too far the other way, right? In my opinion, I think we jump up to 40K if these BlackRock ETFs get approved. I wouldn't really be expecting anything higher than that, though, at least at this current moment. And then as far as to the downside, all the big fear shit kind of already happened. I know everyone thinks Binance is going to get kerplunked. Okay, if you think that's going to happen, great. We've been predicting that the whole year, okay? Maybe eventually happens, who knows? But, you know, same thing to the downside. I think, you know, anything that's like ridiculously low, you're looking for 10, 12K, I think that's a little bit of a pipe dream. If it happens, okay, I mean, cool, but like most likely if you just look at this part of the cycle, we typically don't tend to make a lower low at this point, right? We typically tend to just chop sideways, bore everyone out, right? Bitcoin kind of just goes sideways. The altcoin market kind of just probably dribbles sideways / down. And that's just kind of how it is, right? So just have a realistic mindset. Don't, if you have a realistic mindset, like right now, dude, I'm just neutral. It is what it is, right? If it goes up, it goes down. I don't really care because I know I ain't going to be really selling anything until next year, 2025 anyways. So I don't really care what happens right now, right? But, you know, it is what it is. What's going on, Elliot? The BBWP, is it looking good? Oh, fast, man. No, the BBWP just measures volatility, right? And we did see a pretty good sized move right here, right? So it was screaming for a big move, and that was actually a pretty good size move, man. We saw like, what, 15% move down on the corn. That was a pretty good size move, dude. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. Anyone holding the bag of Pepe? The bag of Pepe. I bet some people are holding the bag of Pepe, bro. Some people are holding the bag of Pepe right now, and that's cool. Anyone can hold anything. Let's see. Mike said, how's that buy signal? I mean, it's fine, man. I mean, at the end of the day, was I really buying BTC based off of this? Yeah, for me, I was just looking at that as like, dude, it's a range, right? This is a range. Doesn't mean you're going to go flying up the next week, right? If you look at some of these, right, and we talked about this a few times, like 2019, you had this. You still went over here for like 4 or 5 months, right? You see, you got that right here. You dribbled down for another like 4 weeks. Then you started to slowly come up, but you didn't really go anywhere for like 4 months, right? We've seen that a couple times. Back here, right, we got a few of these. Look, we didn't really go anywhere for a while, but were these good buy levels? Absolutely, right? So it's not really about like, is it a good buy? People are way too short-sighted, guys. You got to stop being so short-sighted. It's ridiculous, man. That's why I have to take some break from the space for a little bit, man, because people are so short-sighted, man. It's honestly so frustrating sometimes. You see these buy signals down here, right? Did we go lower when we got both of those? Absolutely. But were you pissed off buying at these levels eventually? Absolutely not, right? You just got to have some patience sometimes. And that's the same thing right now, right? Got the hash ribbons buy signal. Does that mean that you're necessarily going to pop off this week? No, but we talked about that, man. Just have some patience, right? Could we go down to 20K? Yes, we certainly could. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this is just going to be a range at the end of the day, right here. This is going to be a big range. And you're just going to have patience, man, right? Stop watching videos for people calling for all-time highs this year. That's the most frustrating thing. We ain't hitting new all-time highs this year. You got to stop watching those videos, bro. And same thing with the 10K crashes. It's like, dude, come on, man. We probably end up just being a super low volatility market that's just boring as shit. Let's see. I don't has the patience. John, you know what my biggest thing right now is, guys, we knew going into this year that we weren't going into a bull market. That's the funniest thing about this market. We knew we weren't going into a bull market this year. Well, you could argue that Bitcoin, I mean, 15 to 26K, I believe the low is in, and we're in the beginning stages of the bull market, right? But we knew we weren't going to see the parabolic shit this year. We knew that. But yet when we're in it, we get surprised when we're not at 80K. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny how this market works, man. Like, we know something and we compare it based on previous cycles, right? But when we get to this point in the cycle, all right, maybe we were looking for a little bit higher here, right? Maybe we were looking for 40Ks, right? 618 retracement, that's typically what Bitcoin does. But at the end of the day, we weren't looking for new all-time highs in a bull market this year. We were looking 2024, 2025, out down the road. So we ain't doing anything different, you know? Aiko said, but hopium is irresistible. That is true. That is very, very true. Matt said, I am glad we won't this year. Me too, man. I want more time. Give me more time. I'd take another year of just sitting down here. Because I know that the longer we sit down here, the more people will just slowly sell, right? Which will get better prices over the course of the year, right? I got all the time in the world to wait. I know not everyone does, but I got all the time in the world to wait. But, you know, the most famous saying about this market is, this market basically transfers money from people that are patient to people that are not patient, which is very, very true at the end of the day. Anyways, besides that, fellas, 90-Day Fiancé is in 45 minutes. I got my clock up here, bro. Yeah, I've been watching the clock. 7:16. We got 44 minutes until 90-Day Fiancé. That's the most bullish thing today. Shit.
Strap up. We're going to
That's
the moon.
the most bullish thing today. Max B said, smash the likes. Thank you, Max B. Appreciate it, man. John said, I need Bitcoin to go to $1 million tomorrow. John, I don't want to burst your bubble, bro. We ain't going to $1 million. You know, I don't want to start a controversy in here, but I don't want to be the guy that says I don't think Bitcoin will ever go to $1 million. But hey, maybe. Anderson said unsubbed. All right, Anderson. If you want some hopium, I can give you some hopium if you want. All right, here we go. But I can make the easiest video right now. Here we go, guys. Ready? Let's make a video that's gonna get some views. Hold on. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Instead of having a realistic take, let's get some views. Hold on. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back. Today, guys, we're going to talk about how Bitcoin just got a massive, massive buy signal in the chart. Okay, guys, based off of this massive fractal from 2019, I believe that Bitcoin is just about to start its parabolic phase to 150K by the end of 2023. I found this random chart over on Twitter. That tells me that Bitcoin is ready to start that parabolic trend. Just continue to DCA, continue to hodl, and we will make it to 150K by the end of 2023, okay? We will do it, all right? Have that expectation in your mind because everyone, all these bears are super, super wrong right now, okay? We are about to go parabolic. I'm telling you right now, no one understands. Everyone thinks I'm crazy. Crazy! It's like, dude. Oh my God. All right. Anyways, lie to me, I'll tell you. Dave, what's up, bro? Let's see. BB is pulling an SBF. Dude, I don't know anything about this situation, guys, so I'm not going to comment on it because, you know what happens when people start commenting on stuff, you know? You know what happens. I don't even need to say it. You guys already know why I'm not going to comment on that shit, you know? All I'm going to say is what I saw on Twitter, and I ain't going to say anything else, you know? I ain't going to say anything else about that, fellas, you know, because some people are just soft as shit in this world, okay? And just so soft, man. And anything that anyone says bad about them, okay, I'm not going to go there. But you guys probably know why. I ain't going to comment on that. Let's see. Carlos. Savage Trades. Savage Trades, remember when everyone was saying BB was your uncle? I do remember that. I don't know. I don't understand I don't think I look like him at all. I mean, guys, look at my face. Look at my face, man. Do I look like this? Look. This is me. Why does it look funny today? Why does this look funny today? Here's me. Oh my God. I don't think I look like that, guys. Come on. It looks funny today. Oh my God. Come on. You got that is a huge, like, guys, come on, you can do better than that. I know you guys like to troll me, but come on, man. The crack version. He said the crack version. What's up, Nola? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. It's good to see you in the chat. All right. Anyways, I kind of want to short this one. I was looking at this chart earlier. I kind of want to short this this right now. I don't know why. I feel it. I feel like I want to. Anyways, what else do we got going on, fellas? Not too much going on right now, fellas. It's a pretty like it's a pretty tame weekend, guys. Pretty tame weekend, and that's why I'm gonna keep it pretty short tonight. I guess the other thing we could talk about, stock market, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. This one's interesting, man. If we look at the daily, let's go to the S&P. The S&P is a little bit better, I think. If we go to the S&P, we did do the 0.5 retracement on all these pullbacks that the S&P had, and since the October low. It's always done a 0.5 retracement. We did get that 0.5 retracement here. I guess my only issue with the S&P is we still didn't fill this gap. You know, are they going to leave that gap? And kind of what I've been looking at recently. And, you know, obviously, guys, do I know where Bitcoin's going to go? No. Do you? No. But kind of what I've been looking at is, you see how the S&P has this gap here that's a little bit lower than we are now, right? And we kind of talked about how it kind of has this like little head and shoulders action going on up here. And if you look at where this gap is, it also kind of goes over here, right to this previous high, right? Which was like that double bottom high, right? Where we hit one bottom, we came up. That was the high. Second bottom, we moved up. We got that gap that's right on top of that high. I think the other interesting thing is if we go to Bitcoin, let's bring up on this chart. Let's bring up the Bitcoin CME chart real quick. Let's see, Bitcoin CME futures. How do I bring this up? Oh, here we go. Bitcoin futures chart. What I also think is go the daily on this. But I also think is kind of interesting on that. And guys, take this for what it is. All right, take this for what it is. We also have this gap here, and listen, will we go down there? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. You don't know. We all don't know. All right, but there is still this gap right here on Bitcoin. Okay, and that spans from 20,000 to 21,000. Okay, that we never filled right here. All right, now we always like to talk about the gaps. Okay, the gaps are great. Okay, Maj has her gap that she likes to. Right, we still have this gap right here on Bitcoin. Right, and it's funny that the S&P still has this gap that's a little bit lower, and Bitcoin still has this gap that's a little bit lower. And you know, maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it's not a coincidence. Maybe it's just meant to always stay there as the gap that never gets filled. Because actually, what's funny is if you go all the way back to this market, back over here, back to 2020, there's also this gap that we always thought we were going to come fill. And guess what? We never did. We never filled this gap at 9,700. Up until this point. Maybe someday we will, which I bet someday we fill that gap. But yeah, we never filled this gap. So it's not like one of these things that we have to fill it. I just thought it was pretty interesting that Bitcoin still has this gap between 20,000 and 2,100. The S&P still has this gap that would basically be a retest of this high. And if you actually look at the weekly chart, you know, we would talk about this trend line. That Bitcoin's bounced off all its major lows and all the best buying opportunities is when Bitcoin's bounced off this trend line, right? 2017, twice in 2018, COVID crash, twice back in 2022 at the FTX low. And if you actually look at where that would be, right, just for fun, if we went straight down this week, we're not going to go straight down this week, but if we did, where does that come in? Right around 21K, right where that gap is on the BTC chart. It's quite interesting. Will it happen? I don't freaking know. But there's a lot of interesting things going on there. Doesn't mean we will in the short term, though. We actually have a gap to the upside, too, right here, that we made last weekend. Between 27K, well, I guess 28K and 27K. So maybe we talk about this. Maybe we come up first, fill this gap, and then kind of see what we want to do, right? So that's kind of what I thought was kind of interesting. And we'll see. Like I said, it doesn't mean we're going to go there. But I think having an open mind into thinking, okay, if we look at what Bitcoin's done in the past, there's a possibility that we could still go down there, right? Maybe we don't. And if we don't, that's great. We don't have to worry about it. If we do, great. We get an opportunity to pick up some 20K BTC, which honestly, I don't think we're going to see again, but if we do, great. But I think it's important to be open-minded and to think that that's possible, right? Anyways, enough of that shit. Enough of that shit, guys. He said it kind of looks like an M pattern on the daily. It does too. It does look like an M pattern. Actually, you know what we can do, Keith? You know what we can do? I'm curious just to see where this measure move would be. Let's take the bottom of this M pattern to the top. I'm just curious where the measure move would put BTC. Let's do this. Now let's take this from the breakout point. Say if we broke down. Why did I say it like that? Down. Down. Oh, Lord. If we broke down. Actually, put about like 19K, which would test this low, all these lows from back over here, all these lows from back over here. Once again, I don't know if that's going to happen. You don't know if it's going to happen. We all don't know it's going to happen, right? We're going to make a new saying here. I don't know. You don't know. We all don't know. But it's an interesting take. I kind of see it, though. I kind of see it here, you know? But obviously, right now, it's, you know, we're still kind of holding out. So, we shall see. Who is stoned? John West said, who is stoned? I am not stoned. I can say that I am not stoned. I had Chipotle today, guys. It was bullish. Very, very bullish on Chipotle. I actually had Chipotle. Wait, we had Chipotle yesterday, too. Right? Mm-hmm. I had Chipotle 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row, bro. Can you believe it? Crazy. Actually, I had Chipotle 2 days in a row. I gotta say though, I went back up to Massachusetts this weekend, guys.
Yeah, ask them about the
Okay.
price, because that was weird.
I went back up to Massachusetts this week, and I got Chipotle up there. I want to say this: New York makes their bowls bigger.
It's cheaper.
All right, I'm gonna get there. New York makes their bowls huge. Okay, it's like you're holding a damn bowling ball when you get a Chipotle bowl over here. All right. Listen, I was used to the Massachusetts bowls. Okay, so back in the day, maybe I thought they were big. I went up there yesterday, dude. It was the smallest bowl in the world, but it was only, I think it was $12 for the bowl. Okay, with the guac included in Massachusetts. Down in here, it's like freaking $16. Ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I want to ask you guys this: what is the price of Chipotle in your state? If you were just, all right, let's say, if you were going to get a chicken bowl with guac, how much would it cost you in your state? A chicken bowl with guac. I bet a lot of you guys eat Chipotle. It was huge, Mike. Huge. Huge. You know? And now I'm bearish on the Massachusetts Chipotles. I'm not going to lie. He said maybe it depends on the worker. It does depend on the worker. I've noticed this, guys. And think this. If you see a fat worker behind the counter, you know you're going to get a massive bowl. And then you're like,
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
and you know you're going to be full of shit on the couch. If you see a skeleton behind the counter that looks like they haven't eaten in 5 days, which I don't know how you can work at Chipotle and be a skeleton, because I would be fat as shit if I worked at Chipotle. But that's besides the point. Hasn't looked like you haven't eaten in 5 days. Bro, they go with the freaking spoon and they fill it up like, oh, can I get some corn salsa? They put 3 pieces of corn in your bowl. Guys, I asked for lettuce. The cheapest thing on the menu. And yes, this is a rant alert right now. Yes, this is a rant alert. Yes, we're doing this. I asked for lettuce, okay? Do you know how Chipotle cuts their lettuce? It's already a small little rectangle. Do you know how many pieces of those little rectangle lettuces he put in my bowl? Do you know how many? And listen, I didn't even say anything because I'm not a Karen.
You did. You asked for it. That's how you know.
Do you know how many slices of lettuce they put in my bowl, guys? I gotta do another one.
Rant alert.
It was ridiculous. Do you know? He put, okay, 3 pieces of those small little rectangle lettuces in there. 3!
He was counting your calories.
3. And I said, bro, because I'm not a Karen, guys. I don't like to complain because I've worked in customer service before. I have heavy, okay? And I know what it's like to be a freaking Karen, okay? And deal with customers, all right? So I'm never a Karen. I always try to be the nicest person to anyone that works behind any type of counter, okay? Here's the thing, all right? I asked them nicely for more lettuce, okay? Do you know how many more pieces of lettuce he put in? Do you know how many more pieces of lettuce he put in? He put 1 more. He put 1 more piece of lettuce, man. And that's my story for you. I honestly was so flabbergasted that I didn't even ask for any more lettuce. I took my 4 pieces of lettuce and I went away. But yeah, that's what I got for you, man. Ego said 1. You got it, man. He put 1. Dude. It's like, man, like lettuce is the cheapest. No, not as the cheapest thing, but it's like it's the smallest thing in there. What are we doing? He was trolling me. He was. That's like asking for extra corn and putting 1 kernel in. It's like, dude. Drew here just in time for Chipotle talk. Inflation? Yeah, I mean, inflation. They already raised the prices.
Oh, he was so skinny.
And listen, like I always know what kind of bowl I'm going to going in there, right? I mean, I told you guys this earlier. If the guy can barely pick up the spoon, then you ain't getting no corn salsa. But I'm going to tell you right now, if okay, we're gonna no more. Inflation's too overpowered. Yeah, but that inflation means they raise the prices, which Chipotle's raised the prices. So if they raise the prices, they shouldn't give you less food too. You know, it's either you give less food and keep prices the same, or you raise the prices and they raise the prices and give the same.
Yeah, but they had low prices. That's the thing. That was a weird location.
True. It was weird. All right. Anyways, enough Chipotle talk, guys. I had to rant about my lettuce though. Because the lettuce.
You don't care about lettuce. Yeah, I was shocked because you asked for extra lettuce. That was like.
Yes. But the lettuce is very important in a Chipotle bowl. Like, you don't think it is, but it gives it some substance in there.
The thing is that you never complain. So if you ask for extra lettuce,
sure, that means
be a problem.
Yeah. Counterparty risks to the end result of all this shit. Revolution. True. Keith said, next time I go into Chipotle, I'm turning around and saying, sorry, you ain't fat. You got it, man. You got it. If there's 2 workers, wait for the fat one. I'm telling you. Oh, man. We need more fat people. Listen, guys, have you ever seen it? The best chefs are fat. It's true. All right. Anyways. Yeah, I'm trying to go and look. I mean, we kind of talked about everything, guys. I mean, there's not much going on. And I think you guys realize that. I mean, just being a realist here. There ain't much really to talk about. Let's go look at Crypto Fear and Greed Index. What do we got on this bad boy? 38? Okay. We're even in a crab market on the Fear and Greed. We've been on the same level for 10 days. The Fear and Greed. So we really got anything to talk about that. Forex Factory. Got anything crazy going on this week as far as economic shit? Let's see. I don't think so. Jackson Hole was last week. SBF didn't enjoy Jackson's Hole. What am I doing here? Oh, this week. Yeah, apply settings. Let's see. Anything crazy going on? Consumer confidence. There's literally nothing tomorrow because it's a holiday. Consumer confidence, 10 o'clock. Okay. Job openings. Okay, we already know the GDP. PCE. I guess there's some stuff this week. Nothing crazy though. All this stuff like barely moves the market anymore. It's it's so useless now. But yeah, I guess there's nothing crazy. No CPIs or FOMCs this week. So another pretty I guess lackluster week. Lots of economic data this week. Yeah, there's some stuff. But Mike, you know this. I mean, Mike, we complain about this every time. all this stuff doesn't even move the market anymore. You get job reports, you move like Bitcoin pumps like 10%. Or not 10%. Not 10, definitely not 10%. $10. Right? And then you get like a bad PCE, Bitcoin dumps like $50. You know what I mean? Like that's where we're at. So yeah, not much going on. I think at the current standpoint, it's kind of what we've been talking about. It's like we look at where the market is, and I like to look at 2019 when we broke that bull market support band. What did we do from that point? I mean, we did get a initial bounce. We tested the bull market support band, and then we did see one more initial flush down. So I guess until we get back above the bull market support band, that's kind of what I'm looking for. You know, and I guess that's the way we roll. So, you know, in the meantime, you know, like I said, we did break it here, 2019. We came down, we tested it, got rejected, saw one more flush, came back up. Actually, then we got the COVID crash. But I mean, what's interesting about every cycle, and I guess the one thing I should say about every single cycle is, you know, kind of looking back is, you know, it was fine, but once we broke that bull market support band, that kind of changed things, because we've talked about this a few times, is when Bitcoin breaks that bull market support band in the second year of the cycle, we tend to have a big flush, right? And I know that's not like the best thing to hear, but it's just what, like, that's what the charts say, is when we break this, we tend to have a big flush down, right? COVID, big flush down, right? Over here, back in 2015, we broke bull market support bands in the second year of the cycle. We had one big flush down. The question I guess we have, and we don't really know yet, was this flush down that we had 2 weeks ago, was that the flush down? Or is there more of a flush down? We don't really know. And I guess all you can really do is have your levels marked out, right? And just continue to remain in sort of accumulation mode at smart levels. Don't be FOMOing on pumps, right? Say like, hey, listen, if you're not buying Bitcoin at 25.3 or 26K right now, if Bitcoin starts pumping into 27, 28, that ain't when you should be buying. You know what I mean? You know, like, because that's typically what happens. You get that big flush down. No one wants anything to do with that initial dump, right? And then you might start coming up, right? And then you feel confident in buying. That ends up being the local top. And then you end up going down even lower, right? So my thing is, like, I guess what you can do now is have your levels marked out, right? And just continue, just like whatever strategy you have, just like continue to just be able to stack as much crypto as you possibly can in the second year of the cycle. Because based off the past, every cycle does something a little bit different. You know, every cycle does something a little bit different. Relatively the same, right? I mean, you can see the price structure is relatively the same, but you don't know short term if we're going to bump or dump or do something crazy, right? So that's it. It's a daily close? Oh, no, it's not. I got 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. And then I got to get out of here because we got 90 Day Fiancé live. It can't, because all the lost BTC. I guess, I mean, people could still short it. Excuse me. F? Oh, we got a little F. You guys hear me? See me? Nope. Not a yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did y'all see the new Me movie? The entity, aka an AI escape, is causing havoc. Okay. All right, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it's looking like it's lagging a little bit. So I'm going to end it at that. If you guys can hear me, great. If you can't, I'm sorry. But, you know, I'm going to have to end it here, fellas. So I'm going to go enjoy 90 Day Fiancé. Enjoy your night, guys. I'll be live tomorrow morning where we'll talk about the market open. And stay hard. Stay hard. Stay hard. Oh, that sounds so wrong. Stay hard. I'm out of here. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.